Hey, trust Dr. A on this one subject. The Greek philosopher Plato wrote a story called the Allegory of the Cave. In that story, he is trying to teach us the relationship between politicians, activists, and the rest of society. In the story, there is a deep, dark, cavernous cave in which there are several people lined up in a row, chained. They can't move. They're stuck there for life. Their heads, in fact, are in some sort of a contraption, a vice-like contraption that keeps their eyes and their heads forward pointed at all times. Behind them is a roaring fire, which gives some light to the cave. And then between the fire and the people chained up are a bunch of individuals standing right behind them. In front of these people that are chained up is a wall. On that wall, they see silhouettes created by the people standing behind them and the firelight. That's all they know. That's what they see. That's what their life is forever. Well, in the story, one guy breaks free and he sees at the top of the cave a light, a shimmering light. He crawls and crawls to get to the top of the cave and finally breaks free of the cave and gets out into the light. But it's so brilliant, so bright, it's painful for him to even look at. He can't stand it. He must shield his eyes. And because of that, he voluntarily decides to crawl back down the cave and get chained up again for the rest of his life. What Plato is teaching us is that those are politicians and activists behind us, and those are we the people, majority of us, that are chained up. What we're seeing on the walls is what the politicians and activists want us to see, nothing else. That's our life, that's our truth. But the real truth is the light. And he's teaching us that most people can't stand or handle the real truth. It's too painful for them. Please do not be one of those chained up ideological sheep that believe only what they're told to believe. Find out the real truth for yourself. That's what I always teach my students. Don't believe anything anybody tells you, even from this mouth. Go out, do your own research, and find out the real truth. Don't be chained up in the allegory of the cave. Break free. Let freedom ring, God help us, and remember to always speak the truth, then endure those consequences. Class dismissed. Randy Arrington, PhD.